Big Sister General.
I can't believe it's happening, but Kamala Harris actually went out and gave another interview. This time she sat down for 45 minutes with the National Association of Black Journalists. Of course, this was probably the softest ball interview we have ever seen. Even worse than the CBS interview. Even worse than the ABC interview. Of course, not much has changed since he keeps giving the same canned response. Check this out.
I grew up a middle-class kid. My mother was hardworking. She raised me and my sister Maya. She saved up. And it was only by the time I was a teenager that she could afford to actually buy her first home. And I know, and I identify with, I know where I come from.
Madam Vice President.
And I know, but I'm just going to finish. I know that so many people work so hard and should have the opportunity to just get their foot in the door. Again, so it's not just about getting by, but getting ahead.
So the exact same response she gave at the debate, the exact same response she gave at the interview after the debate. She has nothing. She is not answering questions. What are you going to do to fix the economy that you and Biden created? Oh, well, I grew up in a middle-class home and my mom bought a house when I was a teenager. Does that help? Does that make you feel better? All right, that's exactly what we're experiencing with Kamala Harris, the candidate. And guess what? The voters are starting to see through it. Check this out.
And with Harris, she just to date hasn't given me a reason to vote for her. Every time she gets asked a question, it gets right to the stump speech or goes off on a tangent or doesn't answer the question directly. So while I find Trump enraging, I find that she's almost insulting my intelligence, thinking that I'm not gonna see through that.
I can't agree more with you. I feel insulted by her in some ways. I feel like this is her election to lose because I do think there are a lot of people who are over Trump and frustrated, and just as you said, he's just dividing the country. But at the same time, I feel like, especially at the debate, I feel like Kamala went and did the same thing that he's been doing. And it is insulting, I think, to voters who don't know what to do. And she's not saying or making us feel any more confident in her. And it's very frustrating.
So undecided independent voters in swing states. And guess what? They may not like Trump, but Kamala Harris is insulting their intelligence by not answering questions. Do you think she's fooling anyone when she talks about the lawns of her neighbors? When you have specific questions about how are you going to make America a better place? How are you going to bring down costs? How are you going to provide more jobs? Right? This is exactly what we have been seeing from the left. They have no answers because all of these problems they have created through their policies. However, it gets even better because CBS found out in a big way when they went out and interviewed voters in Nevada.
Do you always get together and talk politics?
We do.
Yes. So it's our lucky day. We found the right table today. What issue is most important to you?
I'm extremely concerned about the border.
Illegals, they gotta go.
People are coming here seeking asylum.
Baloney. They're coming here for the freebies.
When people talk about immigration, they're thinking we're saying we don't want immigrants of any kind, and that's not what people are saying. People are saying that there are people who have come here legally. Why do they get pushed aside to allow people who have not even worked one day in our country, have not paid into the system?
I took my brisket and mac and cheese with me to catch Ken Lasker with the to-go order. How closely are you watching this election?
Oh, very closely.
He was the only Harris supporter we met at lunch, even though Washoe County has historically been pretty politically split. Rosie Martins is originally from Mexico and appreciates the Moscow Mule. Her husband Gary is from Portugal. The Republicans are concerned about the economy and the border.
I want it to be secure. I want it to be something that the people will not be in danger when they cross in their kids and their families, and to know who's crossing too. If you're not following the rules, then you don't have nothing to do in this country.
Food truck owner Francisco Mares says he's had to raise prices.
The tacos used to be what, $1.50? After the pandemic, I mean, they don't go under $3.50 to $4, you know, because the meat's expensive.
He's leaning toward Trump, but says both candidates talk a big game when courting Latinos.
They try to win their votes, but do they really do everything they say?
You feel like there are promises that aren't kept?
Yeah, for sure.
May I join you? Leanne and Stephen Schaefer were first to arrive and say they can't wait to vote.
I want someone who's strong, who demands respect, and who gets the respect, and who can deal with foreign leaders. I think Trump's the guy.
There's so much going on throughout the world and this country as well. But do you remain hopeful about America?
I tell you, I've never owned a gun in my life, and I own 4 of them now.
Really?
Yes. I fear for our country.
Is it Nevada or Nevada? Nevada. At the next table over, we met business owners in telecom, real estate, and mortgage lending.
Everything has gone up. Everybody feels it at the grocery store, at the gas pumps. And yes, I do contribute that to Biden.
I think they just keep thinking that if they keep putting money towards something, it's going to fix the problem. It's the same as if you have an old house, you know, oh, let's just keep fixing it and fixing it. Sometimes the solution is you got to tear it down and rebuild.
We had so much fun. But what was really incredible is in every single restaurant of the people willing to talk to us, we could only find one Harris supporter in every restaurant. And we left no stone unturned. I approached every single person.
Talk about a random sample. You went all over Nevada, and in all the restaurants you stopped at to talk to people, you found one supporter for Kamala Harris in each restaurant. I mean, and this is why people don't believe the polls, because we are out here living, experiencing things, talking to people, interacting, and all of a sudden Kamala Harris is up by 2%. It doesn't make any sense, and we are no longer buying it. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and stay safe out there, people, because they're coming after you.